reality check, Gen X versus Gen Z. My name is Jenny.
And I'm Nicole.
And we are so happy you're here. Today, we are doing a reality check on Sister Wives season, is it 18? We're on season 18, right? 19. Episode 5. So what we do is we just come on as different generations. She's Gen X, I'm Gen Z, and we kind of give our takes on these reality shows and just things that are going on. So today, like I mentioned, we're doing Sister Wives. Before we dive into the episode, Cody did us all the honor of sending somebody a cameo for their birthday, it sounds like, and he gave some like really great parenting advice. So we thought we would watch that with you guys and then just kind of have a little talk about it.
Okay.
Hi, Katie. It's Cody Brown from Sister Wives. Ben wanted me to congratulate you guys on your new baby. Boy, congratulations. That's wonderful. He's very excited. I hope that you're very excited. I got to tell you, when it comes to babies, they're usually just so easy to love. They're sweet. They're vulnerable. They need you. It's a sweet experience. The real key to parenting, I think, is to love your children when they get older, when they get mouthy. But in order to love them, you must never allow them to do anything to you that would make you resent them. So that's the trick. Make sure that you manage your relationship with your children as a parent and a child with love, with adoration, with kindness and understanding, and with discipline and respect. So those are the things that are going to be a challenge, is the respect as things progress. What you need to do is make sure you're loving them enough that they will keep respecting you, but you have to set the boundary for that respect. From me to you, much peace, much love. Good luck in your parenting journey. Congratulations from Cody Brown.
Well, thank you, Cody, for the
Thank
advice.
you. Jenny, I am never going to allow you to do anything that to me that would make me resent you.
Yeah, because you will never allow me to disrespect you.
Well, no.
Because then you will still you will love me still if I don't ever disrespect you. But if I do disrespect you, you will not love me. But if you're a good mom, you will set that boundary so I will never disrespect you.
Thank you, Cody.
So that's what we learned from Cody.
This is how we've kept a relationship for 27 years.
27 years. That's why we talk. She set the boundary that I just never disrespect her, and I'm loyal to her.
Yeah.
And that's just the way. She didn't allow me to disrespect her or not be loyal.
Okay, this is what I think happens with some of these cameos. I feel like people think it's funny because I don't think Cody has a fan.
No, it's a joke.
And so I think people are like, oh, to be funny, we're going to do this. And so I don't know if Cody is even aware that this might be a joke, or if he's like, you know what, I'm going to just laugh all the way to the bank because I'm charging $100 for 2 minutes of my time. Like,
right.
I set it up, I upload it, I do whatever I need to do with Cameo. Have you ever done Cameo?
I've never done a Cameo. But I'll get a Cody Brown one for you for your birthday. Thank you. I'll say she needs some parenting advice and you're really good at it. So would you mind? I mean, you're really good at all of your relationships with your adult children are obviously like 10 out of 10. So please help my mom because obviously things aren't going so well for her.
And here's the thing too with Cody and his adult children. I'm going to say it is 100% heartbreaking to me.
Yeah.
That I don't care who you are. Like, my mom passed away back in 2018. She died of cancer, and our relationship wasn't perfect, but she was my mom. And when my mom was upset with me, it was hard. Like, I didn't like that. Like, I wanted my mom to love me, and I wanted my mom to care about me. And I was a 45-year-old woman.
Oh, it doesn't change. Like, the older you get, I mean, I'm still young, cool, hip.
Young and hip Gen Z.
No, but it doesn't change. Like, I think oftentimes when you, like, you kind of have the idea of like, oh, I'm an adult, I don't need my parents. But you do. Like, you need the love. You need to feel like wanted and cared for by your parents, no matter the age you're at, I would imagine.
Yeah.
I'm still young, but I mean, even at 27, like, I still want you and dad to like love me and care for me and want to be around me, you know, like, I want that.
And we do.
Well,
we do
I
want
mean,
all of that.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, that I think we should just dive right into the episode from there, because that brings us to Gabriel when he was at Janelle's house. And he was talking about just how I mean, we could go back and forth on like what Cody has said and what Gabe has said, but he was basically like, I have come to accept that, like, I'm not going to have a relationship with dad until dad is ready to change. And it sucks. And like, he's been going to counseling for it, thankfully, because how could you not? And like, he almost seems to care more than Cody does. In my mind, when I was watching, he just seems more devastated by it. And Cody's reaching out. Oh, Cody sent a text. Sorry, my brain is jumbled and I'm talking nonstop, but I'll let you talk in just a second. So Cody sent a text to Gabe responding to something after a couple days when Gabe was like, this is what I expect from you or whatever. Cody responds with, well, I forgive you. I hope you can forgive me, or something along those lines. And Gabe's like, forgive me for what?
For what?
I'm the child.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
And here, okay, relationships are funny. And it's like, human beings, no one is perfect. No one is perfect. And so, but in this situation, and I know we are seeing exactly what TLC wants us to see. In any relationship, you have to ask yourself, is this relationship important to me or is it not important to me? If this relationship is not important to me, I don't have to forgive. I don't have to let go. I don't have to move on. I can just be like, forget it. Don't care. And that to me is the message that Cody is sending to his children. Yeah. And he may or may not feel that, but that is the message that they are getting. And to him, he is so self-absorbed, so self-centered. And we've talked about this before, where really, I think that's why he went into polygamy. Now, all of a sudden, I have all of these wives, I have all of these children, and I am worshipped.
Yeah.
And the message that he is sending his children is, you do not matter unless you respect me. And going back to that cameo, that's exactly what he said. Mm-hmm. He, without saying, my kids don't respect me, and therefore I have had to distance myself from them. Yeah. It's like, Cody, they're adults, and I get that, but you are the dad.
Yeah, well, I mean, and Janelle said you need to give respect to receive respect. Yes. And it's like, it's just, okay, I have something I want to say about another conversation when Cody was like, when have I ever, or like, I've never lived the patriarchy. I don't know what they're talking about. And they say that even, and he goes, I made one comment out of anger. So in my mind, I started kind of listing things in my mind that he has done that has been patriarchal. And I mean, just this conversation, like his one-on-ones with the cameraman, when he is saying like, oh, I need respect, that cameo, I need respect. Like, does he not consider that like patriarchal? Like, oh, you need to respect me because I'm the man and I'm your father and I'm your husband. Mm-hmm. Like, what does he, like, all he's saying is, I need respect, blah, blah, I need loyalty. Robin's the only person that's been loyal to me. And it's like, that's patriarchy, buddy. Yeah. When you're demanding these things without giving it back, I don't know what else you want.
And it's interesting because all of the wives at some point or another have said what a really great father Cody is. Mm-hmm. And I look at that as, I do think that when those kids were young, that he probably was a lot better father. Yeah. As soon as those kids became old enough to have a mind of their own, they are no longer obeying him or respecting him or listening to everything he says or worshiping him, because they are now teenagers and they have a mind of their own.
Yeah.
And so I feel like maybe when they're younger, and that's what the wives are talking about when they're saying that he is a good father. He isn't a good father. He is a good father when they are young and when they aren't talking back.
When they're
and when they're compliant.
Yeah.
And as soon as those kids were not compliant, Cody was done.
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh, it just.
Yeah.
And I think too that when you look at the setup of when Robin came into the family, everybody else's kids, other than Christine, I mean, because she had Truly still, they were all older. But now Robin all of a sudden had all of these little kids that were compliant.
Right. That is so interesting.
Yeah. So.
Well, I mean, and kind of bouncing back to what Gabe was talking about with Cody during this episode of just how hard it's been. And he was even like, I don't want anything to do with Robin, because he was able to see his mom was not receiving the love that Robin was receiving. But he did say, like, I would love to have a relationship with Robin's kids. It's nothing against the children, but I don't want anything to do with Robin. And if dad wants a relationship with me, he kind of knows what it's going to take. And is he going to do it? I don't think so.
And so. I do believe that Robin is feeding her kids a bunch of information, because there was one section, I wish I could remember the exact spot. I think I wrote it down in here, but it was, she just said with McKelty knows the truth. McKelty knows
Well, she said McKelty's able to see both sides.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's when they met the twins. The very beginning of the episode when they met the twins. And
yeah,
I mean, I'm glad that McKelty's nice to them. I don't hate McKelty for that, but it is just, I don't know.
Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic, and it's a sad dynamic, and my heart breaks for these kids. And I wish TLC could be a little bit better with the timeline of everything,
right?
So that I knew what exactly was going on. I mean, right now there is a lot of anger going on, and it's real time, and it's with the lawsuits and the house.
I hope they're recording right now. Are they?
I have no idea, but
I hope so.
I hope. And I would be curious to know Cody's his take on all of this legal stuff, because he has a lot to say.
Yeah.
Because back when Christine was getting ready to leave, well, and the thing with Cody is he makes stuff up, and it's manipulative. Like when Christine was getting ready to leave, he said, well, the state will take Truly. They will take her because whatever legal thing. And he lied. And I think Christine, I wish she would have in that moment been like, Cody, that's not true. And just called him on his crap then. Because it's not true.
It's not true.
But he is really hard. I could talk about Cody all day and all of the dumb things he said and all the lies he tells himself and everyone around him. And I know we haven't done episode 4 yet. And I kind of want to go back to that just for a second. Just the trash talking and how angry he is about the trash talking.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen the wives, I have seen Christine hold back on camera on the trash talking. I've never heard Janelle trash talk on camera. And I have heard Cody a million times trash talk on camera.
Well, even when Gabe was talking to Janelle was like, yeah, he's just got his way of doing things. Even to her children who want to trash talk their dad, she's just like, yeah, you have the right to feel that way. She doesn't really feed into it too much.
Yeah.
And Kate, I just have to say, TLC sucks in a lot of ways. And I wish they would give us more, but I was so glad that Gabe was willing to talk on camera, because I'm kind of getting sick of Cody trash talking and the wives being like, yeah, well, this is our side, kind of, and Cody being like, well, the wives don't respect me. That's what it's been for 5 episodes now of this season. It's just the same thing pretty much.
And the only child we see anything of is McKelty. And
I'm so glad Gabe came on. I said, thank you. Something a little bit different. Yeah. And a different take, a different perspective on things was good.
Okay, and Jenny, I just have to say, I'm a little disappointed that you didn't eat your placenta when the baby was born.
Oh my gosh. The way she just took a bite of it with her last baby, that is crazy.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I understand that people say
gosh.
there are benefits, but just eating it raw like that, excuse
Like
me?
taking a bite. Okay, so after your baby was born, I literally, and like after every baby is born, I will look at the placenta just out of curiosity. It's like this morbid curiosity.
Yeah, I kind of want to look too.
It did not it never occurred to me that so this is the first time. So I know someone that has saved their placenta, and a lot of it's for like the stem cell benefits and like
yes, I know there's
all of these really great benefits. So they keep them in the freezer. I even thought that was a little bit strange. So I don't want to sound judgmental, but I also am like,
it's not for us. That's okay.
It's weird. I would like to take a poll on who in the world thinks that is weird. And then Christine is like, oh, every mammal eats their placenta. I'm like, really?
I don't know anything about animals, honestly.
I'm like, I don't know that they do, but I don't know. I am just like,
I don't know.
But we're humans. We're not animals.
Eating it raw was next level.
That was
taking a bite out of it was crazy.
Oh, and Robin, like, I did it first.
I did it first.
I was just like, oh my gosh,
round of applause.
Robin.
Oh my gosh, that was crazy.
Robin. That's not something I think I would have been like, oh, me too, I did that, you know?
Yeah. I mean, like the same thing with the breastfeeding thing where they would like pass the babies around in a circle and like breastfeed each other's babies.
Well, they said they didn't do that.
Yeah, they said they didn't, but...
And I find that, I'll be honest, I find that less disturbing than I do by a long shot. Because
what I was going to say...
Wet nurses.
Like, yeah, I was going to say that's a thing.
Yeah.
And like sometimes, like my doctor 4 years ago, he didn't say, oh, I wish that we had a wet nurse, but he was saying there are benefits to having mothers be in the same room, because if a child is having a hard time latching, sometimes another woman can get the child to latch and then it'll latch with its mother. Like,
really? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I understand that there are, like, that's not as weird to me. But anyway, I thought it was funny. Everyone was like, it's a lie. And then Robin was like, that's not a lie. That happens. And then Mary was like, I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for medical reasons.
I don't think it's like, and I even think back in the olden days, it was not uncommon to do that.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, for some reason in my brain, that seems okay. Like, I don't care about that. The
placenta's different.
The placenta is...
Well, that's like, it literally comes out of your body.
It would be like taking a chunk of raw meat, which I wouldn't do either.
No. We like our steak medium
mine,
well.
I know. We're going to get a lot of hate from our 2 followers for that. But
I know. So I kind of want to talk about Mary, though, and her release. So Mary got her official release from Cody from the church. And I just kind of found this interesting. One, it makes me wonder, so she still must believe in the faith, or maybe it was just kind of like, I want to be fully done. I don't know what it is. If she does believe in the faith, I'm like, maybe she'll be a polygamist again. Maybe she'll do that again. I don't know. I wish that she would kind of share more of her faith.
I feel like Mary did that a little bit to stick it to Cody.
Okay.
Because Mary's not living the faith at all. Like, I think Mary is
that's
doing
what I was thinking.
What Mary's going to do.
Right.
I think she did it to stick it to Cody in a way. And again, it goes back to that patriarchal society, in that it's so, like, this man, like, I think the AUB's prophet leader, his name is Dave Watson, I believe. His last name's Watson. And he's a bad guy. Like, even for her to have to go to him, like, he has a daughter, I guess, that has talked about his abuse, and he's a bad dude.
That sucks.
And so for Mary to go through this, and Cody was like, in a previous episode too, was just like, I don't want to deal with the church's BS. Like, I don't want anything to do with that, you know?
Right.
And I think, so the AUB, I'm going to have to do some more research on it.
We should do a deep dive.
Because it's like, they're bad people.
Yeah.
And they're breakoffs from, so Warren Jeffs, he's in prison right now for child sexual abuse. Like, it's a
that is
big deal.
disturbing.
It is the most disturbing, disgusting, horrible, heartbreaking. My brain can't even wrap itself around it. It's so bad. And these guys are breakoffs from this.
Mm-hmm.
And they do it in the name of religion. And that to me is,
so you're going to have to face God one day and say, oh, I did this in the name of you. And I hope they're punished. It is disturbing and disgusting. Yeah. That would be a good bonus episode, is to do a deep dive on this, because I think a lot of people are really interested in it. And obviously that's what Sister Wives, that's where they came from.
Yeah.
But another thing about like the Mary and Cody release is Robin, in her confessional, she goes, Cody has shed tears over this. It's been hard. She's acting like it's been like this really hard thing for Cody that Mary is requesting this release. And then Cody gets on and he goes, I'm just so relieved it's done. I'm just so relieved it's done. And I'm like, yeah, he doesn't care. Like, Robin cares so much more than Cody. And I mean, I think Cody does care, because I think it does hurt his pride a little bit. Mm-hmm. But I think that oh my gosh, I cannot get their names straight. It is after 8 p.m. and this is when my brain turns to mush. Okay. I'm a mother of three and under. So that's what happens.
But they're cute 3 and unders.
They are. I know. At the beginning of the episode, I don't know if you heard, but like, my mom was holding the baby and she's like grunting. So if that's like, she's like looking down at the baby.
Why I kept looking down. I couldn't help it. It was so,
I know,
she's a very cute
we put
baby.
her to sleep. So anyway, this episode was good because it gave us something a little bit different. We got to hear Gabe's perspective. And then Mary got her release. I'm like, finally something. They are giving us something, which is great.
Yeah. And I know we didn't go over episode 4, and I think we need to, because that last episode was insanely deep, and it went into, you even texted me and were like, have you watched this? Like, Robin, like, I do believe that Robin is truly sad.
I know. Don't talk about it too much. We need to do another episode.
We're just going to do an episode. Because I have a take on it that...
Really?
I think...
Is it going to be different than mine, what I was saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think so. I think it's different. And I think you're going to agree with me in the end, because I do believe... I agree with you too.
Yeah. Okay, we're not going to talk about this anymore. Okay, do you have anything else you want to talk about episode 5?
I literally, it has been the craziest week at work, and I didn't even take notes this week. I watched it, and I actually watched it twice because it was so and I thought, I need to write some things down, and we were going to get together last night and do it, so it was more fresh.
Yeah.
But
no, I think we covered everything.
I want to look at your notes and just make sure. Yeah. No, I think they're good episodes. I'm sick of the baby stuff. They spend like 20 minutes on McKelty and her babies, and then they spend another 20 minutes on...
Good for her. It's because McKelty will be like the only kid that's really on camera. I'm like, I know these kids have their lives, but like...
I feel bad because I feel like McKelty really wanted to get along, and I don't want to knock on the kids, but I'm really frustrated with McKelty too. She's
right now in episode 5.
Just in general with her whole, I don't know what I expect her to do, but I am like, Cody and Robin have been horrible to the whole family.
Yeah.
And you're validating their behaviors.
Yeah.
And that's where I kind of have a hard time with McKelty. And I think McKelty, her heart's in the right place. I don't think she's doing it to be mean or to be a bad person. I think she's doing it because she wants her family to stay close and to get back together, and she's trying to work things out.
She's like trying to be the bridge almost, I think.
But I feel like, and I do think it's happened, I think there's been a falling out between them. And
yeah, I've seen.
And so I feel like it's there. But I just feel like she is validating very poor behavior. Cody, there are so many things that Cody could do if he wanted to mend these relationships. And having someone else try to be the bridge isn't going to be the thing that does that.
It's going to take a lot more than that.
It's going to take a lot more than that.
Agree.
It's going to take Cody. And I think all that Cody would have to do is say, I am really sorry. I hope that one day you can forgive me. No, I forgive you's just Cody is going to have to be a man. Yeah. Oh my gosh. That was another thing. Christine saying with David that he's a man.
He's a man. He's not a boy. He's a man.
And I think that was a knock on Cody.
Yeah.
Like, Cody isn't a man.
Yeah.
Cody is a big baby.
Yeah.
That cannot take responsibility.
No, he can't. It's crazy.
Yeah. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, I love that. I really do like Christine. She's awesome. Funny. Yeah, she gives us some attitude towards Cody, and it's fun.
So anyway, I think that's it. But we're going to get together again maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
And see episode 4. And we're going to be better about being more consistent. I honestly, like last week, I got sick and had to put it off. So
yeah, it happens. Life happens. We're not worried.
So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, please like, subscribe, comment. We want to hear your guys' thoughts, your takes. Do you guys agree or disagree with what we've said?
We will respond 100% of the time.
Yeah, we will.
We love it.
Yeah.
So this is fun for us. And if there's any other topic that you want us to talk about or share,
or deep dive on, it'll be fun. We'd love it.
We are open. So
okay, we'll see you guys next episode.
You.